The microphone. Let's see. Check 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Microphone check 1, 2. All right. Let's see if anyone finds us at this live. Hello, hello. See if it comes up in your feed.
Make the cute thumbnail.
She sees it.
That was good. See the thumbnail at least.
I see you. I don't know if you have audio. Hang on.
Check 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yes.
All right. We have audio here. Hey. All right.
Just looking up at the tree.
We got a thumbs up. All right. Welcome, welcome everybody. We got great sound now. All right. Let's see if we get some more people on here. All right. Welcome everybody.
That's always popped up.
Mine do?
Yeah, every time when you're live, it comes right up.
Oh, that's awesome.
I know.
Like, I hardly posted. Like I was saying, I've been posting on Facebook for the last almost 20 months because I've been in Union City. And so hardly done anything with my YouTube. And now with Sean and supporting this, it's like, I'm back. And I love this.
You are so back.
I'm so back here. You see what she says? She's like, I'm so back. And that's, of course, BJ.
My
And
natural habitat.
right. And this is how she usually likes to work. And then,
Yeah, in the shade.
Leroy, I'm
Maybe
not
under a
leaving. I
nice
just wanted to get
tree.
to meet you face to face.
hey, what's your name?
Ben Rosenrock.
Hey, Ben. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, Ragland Farm, Southbury, Connecticut.
Pleasure to
Woodbury,
meet you.
Connecticut. Yeah, I watched your a lot of the stuff from a year ago. Was that when they were dragging you out of the court?
Right, it happens like almost every day. So, yeah, I remember that time a year ago. Remember the time 8 months ago?
The guy with the church.
Yeah, that was when Governor Phil Murphy ordered me removed from his church. First time happened in United States history. He didn't want me in the same church as him because I've been exposing his
And
corruption.
you were speaking at a public meeting with
Yeah,
city officials who didn't like you. What was
yeah,
that
because
one?
I called the mayor corrupt and they had me arrested.
That was in where?
That was in Union City, New
Union
Jersey.
City, New
It was
Jersey.
Mayor and Senator Brian Stack.
That's near. That's like right over the. That's like Newark, right? Like right over.
It's in that area, Hudson County, New Jersey, right near New
Coming
York
out of
City.
New York City,
Yeah.
across the river.
Yeah.
Very
Right.
cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, good to meet you. Stay tuned for my next.
Supporting Sean and all that.
And where'd you come from again?
So I'm originally from Plymouth, but I have a 27-acre homestead in Southbury, Woodbury.
Okay.
And I was just finding out from somebody that one of Sean's early videos I haven't seen was at the Waterbury Post Office in downtown Waterbury. I'm gonna have to go watch that one now because that's that's where we are.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good to meet you.
We teach natural law and homesteading, protecting assets, understanding the Constitution as a document that expresses our natural freedoms, if you want to call them that, and then beyond that, moving. I was just starting to tell Sean about the "In God We," because people don't realize that on the dollar it says "In God We," which isn't a statement of faith. It's the "In God We" is a trust. It's an actual trust. They first made the "In God We," and then 2 weeks later they took out a "Doing Business as States of America," which is how they put everybody in their jurisdiction by getting them actually in the "In God We" trust. Every trust has a declaration, a constitution, and how you assign beneficiaries. And beneficiaries are being assigned by the birth certificate. So that's how we get into jurisdiction as the consent of the governed. So we're agreeing to be governed by this Constitution document, which they obviously don't uphold. They don't stand even for their own rules. But there's a place where you're like, well, if you guys aren't standing for your own rules, we could stand outside those rules. We just need to all live up to the standard of doing no loss, injury, or harm. And when we're doing that, we're going to see that the founding fathers who wrote that document, they had a pretty concise and clear notion of how the First Amendment to the Second, they all flow out of each other. Legal, this is like a philosophy of the document. If you have your ability to express yourself, to gather, to protest, assembly, all these things have to be protected by the Second Amendment, the ability to stop you from stopping me from doing what I have the natural ability to do.
And how do they find, like, a website or something?
Not yet. We're just, I just come across people and explain what we can do to, say, put our property, whatever property that is. My body's my property. The land is my property. What I'm traveling around is how to put your property in a trust. We have pretty much the highest form of a trust there is, which is common law irrevocable ecclesiastical trust. You put everything in there, and you're now sheltered. In terms of where humans are at, I believe the First Amendment stuff is crucial because there's no reason that we should feel tension walking into City Hall, no reason we should feel just this ambient tension walking into a post office, ambient tension walking into a court, walking into the police station or the public square or public park. why are we feeling ambient tension around these people that, at least according to the constitution of this group, are there to serve the people?
Right, absolutely.
You know, that is mind-blowing.
And proof's in the pudding, and we're back. We had a lot of people on our last live stream. We're back. We had to restart, and so but I appreciate you joining us.
Leroy,
And thanks for
appreciate
saying
you
hello.
standing up for everybody's freedom they have naturally.
Appreciate you. Thank you. And it's God-given freedom. It's our freedom as humans. It's human freedom.
The Constitution doesn't give us these things.
No.
It expresses that we have them.
And it's supposed to guarantee that the government doesn't violate them, and they violate them constantly. So.
That's true. And this gentleman.
Yeah, I want to talk to this gentleman.
Well, he was saying, you know, these are things we naturally have.
Hey, Rocky.
Rocky.
Pleasure.
I'm on the radio locally, but it goes all the way to Long Island. I'm Rocky from the Rocky Radio Show at gmail.com. Been on the air for
What's the call letters? I mean, the call numbers too. 91.
WJJF, or you can, if you can plug it in on your phone, you can listen to it anywhere. I got listeners from Texas and Maine. 949newsnow.com. You get the app and listen tomorrow morning from 8 to 10. I'll be talking about my experience here, and it is most urgent that everybody, it doesn't matter who you are, what your experience is, express your malcontent. It's called redress of grievances. We must be able to redress our grievances because we are the people, we are the owners, we are the sovereign owners of the land. We allow a mayor or judge or police officer to administer on our behalf. They don't own it. They run it. They have certain strict rules, certain policies. That's great. Ultimately, we own everything that is public. I don't have to beg for it. I don't have to ask for it. Must I ask permission to breathe? Are you serious? The government, through the centuries, through the decades, learned how to make us jump through little hoops. You can do this, but you can't do that. You can be here, but you can't be there. Because why? Because they want to channel us in like cows to the slaughter. It's not the way it should be. We have freedom of speech. Unless you threaten somebody, which we won't, because we obey the law, right?
Absolutely.
I can say whatever I want. I go in front of City Council of Norwich. You can't address the council individually. Who said that? Yes. Who said that? You can't do this. You can't say that. You must tell your name and your address. No. We are free people. We can put in power an entity and take them out of power. We own it. They make it sound like they own it and they're magnanimous. We will allow you. You will allow me? How about I'm going to allow you? Why is that so rare a thought? We will allow you to do this. We will allow you to go there. First they said I could take still pictures inside when Sean was called up. Then they changed their mind. They said you can't take still pictures because you have to go through some kind of permission, which I didn't know. And then they said, now you got to put the camera bag back to your car. Camera bag stays with me. It's my person. Fourth Amendment. Thank God the sergeant that I was talking to says, don't start that way because tomorrow morning I'll be on the air. You said I can't take pictures. I put the camera away. I shut it off right in front of him. And I put it away. Why do I have to walk 1.5 miles back to my car? And then he came back in the room. The camera bag is mine. It's part of my person. Like my ID, like my wallet, like my personal item are mine. You know, our forefather, the founding fathers, were so stronger and we're very young. Whatever happened that we lost sight of what is ours. I don't want nothing from nobody but what's mine. God bless you. God bless Sean, Leroy Truth, and God bless the United States of America.
Amen, brother. Thank you for sharing. Appreciate you.
This is for you.
God bless you.
I'll be on the air tomorrow morning.
Excellent. I'll check it out. All right. Thank you so much.
Are you guys going back to Long Island today? You're in New Jersey, actually, right?
I'm in Connecticut.
Oh, you're in Connecticut?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
All right.
Where in Connecticut are you?
Away from here.
Away from you.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Right.
The rich part of Connecticut.
No, it's a pretty good place. All right. God bless you. Good to meet you. All right. Can we get Mr. Matt and BJ? People are asking for you as well.
You saved the best for last.
Oh yeah.
And they're all the best. All the best. Counting. Hello there. Okay. All right. And okay, we have here the man, the myth, the legend, and this is Matt Karen. Is that saying it right, Karen?
Karen, yeah.
Yeah.
French Canadian, Caron.
Caron. I'm French Canadian. Oh my God, my brother.
Now we're even better friends.
Yes. Did we just become best friends? Yep. Just like on Step Brothers. And so from French Canadians, mostly American. And now tell people first, how you, and then what did you do, and what are you doing now, Matt?
I've been watching First Amendment audit videos for a long time on YouTube.
But to give that context, he was for 20 years.
20 plus years, Massachusetts, worked in mainstream.
Which channels?
I was on Fox. And, I always just tried to tell the truth, which sounds like such a simple concept, but it's really a lost art. I mean, for me, it wasn't about left or right. It was just truth, transparency, accountability, exposing corruption. And oh, by the way, you guys do the exact same thing. You just do it without editorial constraints, quite frankly.
Right, without court-sponsored editorial restraints.
I got bosses I got to answer to.
You can hold this. I got my own.
Oh, sure. But I mean, there's all kinds of people who come up to you and say you get a minute and 30 seconds to tell your story. Well, do you want it done right or do you want it done quick? This story, Sean's story, can't be told in a minute and 30 seconds and do it any justice.
No, absolutely not.
So it's things like that when you're in mainstream media, the system is broken. You just run into all these editorial constraints and there's so many layers of bureaucracy, red tape you got to cut through. At the end of the day, it really is a lost art. Expose corruption, truth, transparency, accountability. It's very, very simple. Those are the basic tenets of good, ethical journalism. And it's lost nowadays. It really is. And the people who they're hiring, they're young, they're cheap, and they just line up and they say, "Aye, aye, Captain."
Right. As a really not journalists, I call them repeaters. They repeat whatever they're told to say without any is the right thing to say, or they're covering up for corruption. And there isn't any critical journalism. It's just literally they're order followers. No different than the police who are order followers.
Well, I always said you can't be a tape recorder. A thoughtful and curious mind, and as long as you're curious and you ask questions, that makes you a journalist.
Right, bingo.
There's no distinction.
No, you don't need one of these. FreePressPass.com. Go there, by the way. Free Press Pass. It doesn't mean anything because there is no such thing as a valid press pass in reality. It looks fancy. They let me into a lot more places with this, Matt, I'll tell you. And in fact,
hey, you wear the suit and the tie. You look very professional, Leroy.
Thank you.
You look better than I did when I was on TV, quite honestly.
right, you look good. But you came with makeup on, and I didn't.
Not today, I didn't.
No, I noticed. I don't recognize you today.
Right.
He didn't have too much, but it's professional media, and make sure there's no shininess. Like it's like 97.
So you asked what I'm doing now. Now I
Yeah.
started my own company.
Oh yeah, this is important, ladies and gentlemen. This is critically important. So first, you left Fox News, and this is not Fox News of Sean
Local
Hannity.
Fox.
This is local Fox. This is not the. Again, we're not right wing. We're not left wing. We're no wing here. But
Truth Wing.
Right. I
Leroy
love that.
Truth.
Oh my God.
Truth Wing.
This guy is good. I bet it serves him what you do now, obviously. So we are not left. We are not right. We are the Truth Wing. So what inspired you to leave Fox News, and then what inspired you to start to do what you're doing now?
So, news is a tough business. I mean, I got a growing family, first of all. Family comes first for me, should come first for everybody. And I just couldn't do the deadlines, the stress, the crazy hours they make you work, stand out in the snow. How many times have you seen your local news guy standing out in a massive blizzard telling people, don't do what I'm doing.
Right.
Don't come out in the snow. That's not journalism, and that's what it's become. I got into the business not because I wanted to sign autographs for little old ladies at the grocery store, but because I was curious. I like to write. I like to ask questions. I like to hold people accountable and speak truth to power. And when the business got to a point where it didn't allow me to do that anymore, then you try to plan your off ramp, you know. So my off ramp ended up being Karen Communications.
But when did that happen?
February.
February 2025. Just happened this year.
Just happened, and business is exploding. It's a good problem to have.
And what is
I'm
the
actually
business?
it's a full service communications company. That's what I like to call it. So I do public relations, media relations, website design, graphic design, branding, marketing, whatever my client needs. I do it for them. So www.karencommunications.com, YouTube Karen Communications, X Karen Comms. I'll shout them all out.
But
yeah,
it's spelled
appreciate you.
C-A-R-R-O-N.
One R.
Stand corrected. C-A-R-O-N. C-A-R-O-N. And say it one more time now that they know how to spell it right. C-A-R-O-N.
Caron Communications with an S
Right.
on the end. I appreciate you all checking it out. Leroy's a good buddy. We met down in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Bridgeport,
you
Corrupticate.
contacted me before that. And did you, I think you texted me.
Probably.
Yeah,
Probably.
and I was really happy to hear from you because I know you have interviewed some people who do First Amendment accountability.
Sure.
I like that better than First Amendment auditing. And First Amendment accountability, and you had interviewed some people, and it's like, wow, that's not normal. No one does that in the whole country. They run away from anyone who does this type of work. And then we met in person in Bridgeport,
Yeah.
Corrupticate, and what was the story there?
Story there was they got a corrupt mayor in power right now. Name is Joe Ganim. And he's got people working for him who stuff the ballot box.
Oh,
this was a story that went national.
Yeah, he's a criminal. Oh, I better not say that. Oh, no, he actually is a criminal. He went to jail, I think, for 4 years.
Seven.
He
He
for
was
7
in
years.
federal prison for 7 years on, get this, corruption charges. He was actually convicted.
Right, he was
He's a
convicted
convicted criminal.
on corruption charges that he did while he was mayor of Bridgeport, Connecticut. Went to jail for 7 years, gets out, gets elected again.
Yeah.
But turns out the
Gets
voting
out.
was cheated.
Gets elected again, and I've always said this, Bridgeport is the best place to be corrupt and in power. Why? Because the Connecticut media market doesn't include Bridgeport.
Wow.
So the Connecticut mainstream media doesn't want to cover anything
It's a
in
vacuum.
Bridgeport. It's technically part of the New York media market, but New York doesn't even care enough to cover it. So like you said, it's a vacuum. It's a void of accountability. If you are corrupt and in power, you want to go to Bridgeport, Connecticut. Nobody knows that better than my buddy Joe, standing behind your camera right here, who was used to be a small business owner in Bridgeport and did you get arrested in City Hall? Yeah. Yeah. Twice.
Once for recording, the second time for being on my show.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The second time he was arrested because he had the courage, the
on,
gall.
Zane.
Yeah, come in the frame. Come on.
His story is a compelling one.
Get in the center here. And we're live again. We had to restart the stream all over.
Take
Hey,
us
guys.
back. Margaret Morton Government Center, Bridgeport, Connecticut. You just wanted to ask questions.
I was trying to get a meeting with the mayor that time, and police were called, and I was trespassed.
But you weren't just trespassed. How were you trespassed?
Oh, in handcuffs, brought down to the station. I went to jail. I was arrested.
But what happened on the way out of the town hall? What happened to your shoulder?
Oh, I was basically, they shut the door on me. They opened the door, nobody held it open. I'm in cuffs behind my back. They slammed the door onto my shoulder. Could care less about it.
It was injured, right?
Yeah, I was injured.
Yeah.
They don't care. Then I was arrested after I did your show. They put a warrant out for my arrest for all these great folks calling the government center and Bridgeport town hall. And
Can you believe it? He comes
they arrested
on.
me for harassment.
He comes on my news show to expose the corruption and the criminal actions towards him, and they rearrest him for exercising his First Amendment and for exposing the tyranny.
Wasn't even me called.
Right. And you've always spoken peacefully. I know Joe. He's a good friend of mine. He's a peaceful man. I love him. He used to have the best deli in that area. I used to love coming in. You had these homemade empanadas that, oh my
They were
God.
delicious.
They were so good.
They were delicious, man.
I mean, they were so good. So what brought you out today, and what message you want to give to Brian Fay and Governor Ned Lamont, who's watching all of my lives, all of Sean's lives?
Yeah.
That's the message right there. He needs to.
Sergeant Brian Fahey needs to be fired and arrested. That's pretty simple. It's peaceful, to the point.
That's very. And by the way, there's a change.org petition that you can sign that does exactly that. And I believe we're
signed
going to deliver it at some point to the people in power. So.
You will.
Well, I think Sean's going to do it. But yeah.
There's over 50,000 signatures right now on that petition.
Right, over 50,000 fine American men and women, maybe some children too, have signed that petition demanding the most basic thing. A person who vilely spit into a free journalist man's mouth. Imagine if that was you or your loved one. A guy with a gun, allegedly with his finger on the trigger, spits into Sean Long Island Audit's mouth while he is leaving his property. Why? To make a point, to intimidate, to devalue, and even more so, many people have suggested that if Sean had even, like Matt, if someone, God forbid, spit in your mouth, what's the first thing instinctually that you would do?
Well, you'd retaliate because you'd want to defend yourself.
Right.
But I give Sean a lot of credit for having the composure that he did, because it just probably would have given him probable cause to get even more charges, pressed against him, more bogus charges. But he had composure. He stayed calm, cool, collected. He didn't retaliate, even though he was degraded. And listen, nobody wants to get their freedom taken away. It's a terrible thing. When you and I were in Bridgeport, you went up the escalator.
Oh,
I didn't.
Right, they didn't let us go up the escalator initially. They said, no one is allowed to go there. You got to have an appointment. So what happened?
Well, you went up it anyway.
But